Hey, good afternoon to you and welcome along. Hey, it's Stu Bear and it's a Thursday afternoon and it's just after 4:15 in the afternoon. So, hey, thank you for joining us and hey, just while we're waiting to see if a few people pop by and say hello, and if you do, hey, you're more than welcome because coming up for you, got a bit of a DVD show coming up for the next, what is it? I think it's around about an hour, something like that. So hopefully you'll get to see some great aircraft action coming up to start things off. Just while I'm literally warming the show up, we'll just see a couple of photographs from Heather with a little bit of luck. We'll press a few buttons and we'll get those running. Also, we've got obviously the video coming in just a moment. So let's move across to this one. Right, who have we got in the chat room? Well, very quickly, the main man came along. That's Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Great to see you. We've got Julie. We've got SHGP Media. Mark Mr. Webster. Hey, how are you the devil are you? And hey, yeah, you know, it's people just appear from nowhere. I don't know where you come from, but hey, it's great to have your company. So it's what I used to do round about a year ago. We used to do these regular afternoon DVD shows. That's what we've got coming up for you right now. Hey, the giveaway on the screen, you should be able to see it. It says Fairford 2013. All right, and we're going to look at part 3 of this 3 DVD set. That's what we're gonna. And also, hey, if there's any requests, anything you'd like to see, because you know, at the moment, what it is this afternoon, it's a bit of an impromptu thing. So if there's a particular bit of video you'd like to see, I'll do my best to be able to find it for you. Meanwhile, without further ado, hey, let's get some aircraft action. That's what we've got coming up for you.
Orange is happy to depart intersection Charlie for takeoff.
We have it.
Understood. Firm clear display. A firm, you are cleared to display.
So a couple of very nice painted aircraft coming up for you.
Orange, copy that, wind 060, we're clear takeoff, clear display, and orange request on to hold, runway 09.
Sorry, say again the last part.
Orange request to enter the runway and hold at intersection Charlie.
That is approved.
Orange, approved.
And as always, keep the messages coming in. And I'll certainly mention...
Pass your message.
Of course we'll give you a mention. We've got Jim. Hello, Jim. Bold Santa. Phoebe Stern.
Tank, Roger.
Chris is also there. Mike B. Accounts Officer. Johnny Palmer. GB Model Zone.
Roger, number 2 for taxi.
Hey, look at that. Phoebe, thanks so much for that donation. You are a superstar. Hey, well, that certainly should have woke you up, rattled your speakers or whatever. Hey, also we have Alison Bowers. Alison, great to see you. Jim Gemmell. There, Phoebe. Well, good luck for Monday.
Second hangar on the right hand side. As you get towards it, you can't miss the BAE Systems sign on the side.
Also, we have Nobby Neil 1234. And he's watching, he says, in a very chilly Bulgaria, one of those countries where in the summer it is so hot, hot, hot. But as he said, it's pretty cold at the moment. But hey, over here in the UK, at Eastmid's Airport, it is
holding point Charlie.
amazingly mild. It's been about 12 degrees today.
Charlie, 409, Connor. And Connor, squawk 7004. 7004,
Orange, clear to land at 09, and Orange will land with the drag chute.
Roger. Italian Eurofight, startup is approved, display on time. Runway 09, QNH 1024, QFE 1014. Line up and wait, runway 09. Line up and wait, Connor. Take the chute all the way down and don't release it until you've vacated the runway. Carlo, 09, clear takeoff to hold to the south. Surface wind is 070 degrees 15 knots. Clear takeoff, hold to south, Carlo. Type in, start approved, display maybe 3 minutes early this time. QNH 1024, QFE 1014.
1014, copy, waiting for word to Molly.
So what have we got on the messages? Hold on. Jim says, Jim, hope we can see some Buccaneer action again sometime soon. Did you see the Buccaneer video that I showed around about 2 weeks ago? Let me know if you saw that. If not, can I find it today? And of course, yes, don't forget tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It's the usual Friday night malarkey with Stu Bear in the chair with, of course, the Airshow World Show every Friday night. Hey, I wouldn't let you down. Wouldn't be a Friday. Wouldn't be a weekend without a bit of, with a bit of bully. Do you remember? Who used to say that? What was his name? It'll take me 2 minutes to count this. Okay, Jim, I will do my best and I'll have a look, see if we can find something for you. Aha, of course, SHGP Media. He's currently down there watching this. He's over at Lake and Heath. Have a great time, mate. Loads of eagles coming out right now. Enjoy. That's it, of course, Jim Bowen. So I was watching, you know, these reruns they have on the, on Virgin Media or whatever else you watch. I was watching a bit of Bullseye. Currently, though, watching this really nicely painted up Tucano. Oh, that's really nice of you to ask there, Phoebe. Yeah, the cats, they're all good. In fact, they're right behind me. Right behind me right now.
Walkers, you can brake right now and prepare to display.
Twin Walkers now routing in, preparing to display.
The end of that, Connor.
Typhoon, ground.
Go ahead.
Typhoon, display now on time, report ready for taxi.
Eurofighter combine ready.
I'm Typhoon, Eurofighter Combine, happy to taxi with that, follow me.
Hey, confirm which number?
AB departing runway 09, has become intersection Charlie. We're across there, the wind 08014 knots, we're using runway 09, and you'll be happy to depart from intersection Charlie.
Negative, we're going to backtrack and turn on Bravo.
Okay, that's understood, and taxi, hold at Charlie initially, short of runway 09.
Taxi Charlie, can't do.
Start 3 PRV. Vulcan start approved, display on time, QNH 1024, QFE 1014. Vulcan combo, stay on this frequency, enter backtrack, line up, runway 09.
And backtrack, line up, hold, maintain the frequency, Eurofighter combine.
Typhoon, Combine, will you be having your departure clearance individually or as a Combine?
Audience combine looking to performance departure in the overhead to the block 5 south.
Roger.
Twin Walkers, display complete, departing northwest.
Runway heading in the block 5 south and east, Typhoon, Eurofighter combine.
1-2, Typhoons are on the road, subject to the traffic, you are cleared to be alright. Set for display.
And also on the messages today, hi to Zuli. Hi, the devil are you? I think she's from Switzerland. So nice to see you and a very, very good afternoon. Who else can we say hi to? Hey, just popped into the chat. We've got Michaela. Hiya, Michaela. Always good to see you. And if you've just found Airshow World, it's great to have your company. And if you'd like to take part in the chat, all you have to do, it's really simple. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button. And within 1 minute, you'll be able to take part in all the great chats. And I certainly really enjoy reading all the messages. So, hey, don't be afraid. Put a message into the chat room. And I'll certainly say hi.
And Belgian Air Force 301, hold position. Would you be happy to lift from that position when instructed?
Yes, no problem.
Roger. And Belgian Air Force 301, squawk 7004.
And literally, if you have just popped along and wondered what we're looking at, well, we've gone back in time. It's the DVD show, and we're currently looking at 2013, the Royal International Air Tattoo. And this is DVD 3 of a, would you believe, a 3 DVD set. Hey, good afternoon, Zoe Marie 28 saying good afternoon. It's been a while. It's been so long since I've seen you, but it's great to see you. And a smiley face as well.
Runway 27 from the south to the north.
Vulcan clear, cross runway 27.
On the radio we hear the Vulcan, so that should be coming up in just a moment.
In, from the west. Taxi in back to your parking space.
Tanker formation, roger. You are cleared for your fly past. The surface wind 07013 knots.
Copy the wind, clear for low pass.
301, you'll be looking for the 767 tanker formation, just coming in from the west.
For 301 is visual.
To hold at Charlie short of runway 09.
You are cleared for display. The surface wind 07014 knots. And just caution any wake turbulence from the 767.
Roger. Behind the tank, the fly past of the tanker, we are clear to start the display and take caution to the vehicle.
That's great.
TriStar, we're 1 minute late.
Understood, 1 minute late, thank you. TriStar will call you in a little while.
Hey, Zoe Marie, well, you're doing a great job. But it's brilliant to see you popping in every now and again, so thank you so much.
Vulcan, we've...
Don't forget, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, between 7 and 8, it's
400 feet.
the usual Friday night 60-minute show. I've got some great stuff lined up for tomorrow. Absolutely. Hey Jeffrey, good to see Jeffrey as well. Hope you're having a great Thursday afternoon.
Frequency, enter backtrack runway 09er.
Can we want to depart from the 6000 foot mark from our current position?
Vulcan, roger, hold short runway 09.
Hold short, Vulcan.
Confirm maximum radius and altitude of display today.
7 feet.
4,000 feet and maximum radius.
3 nautical miles, Vulcan.
Readability 3, understand 3 nautical miles.
Vulcan affirmative.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you so much for the great messages coming into the chat room at the moment. Also, hi to Hayley Ann. She says, love it.
Vulcan, line up on wait, runway 09. Squawk 7004.
So keep the messages coming in. I'm going to go quiet for just a couple of minutes while we see and hear the wonderful sight and sounds of the Vulcan. That's coming up.
You the surface wind 07012 knots.
Next left.
Keep those messages coming in, and I promise I shall read them out.
Vulcan clear takeoff and display 07012 knots.
Vulcan clear off. Vulcan clear, take off display immediate.
That's confirmed. landing officer, is this an undercarriage down pass?
Undercarriage down pass, Vulcan.
Roger.
Landing next time.
Roger, confirming clear to land 06012 knots.
Clear land, Vulcan.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Certainly hope you enjoyed that. I must admit, I completely forgot about this particular display that I filmed back in 2013. And just watching it now, wow. I think that's my favourite
And it's just braking left
Vulcan
now.
display that I've actually filmed.
You've got him in sight.
Thanks, try stop.
Okay, you make a left turn now, route through just to follow him down.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed it too.
Try stop. Clear to land 07012 knots.
Clear down, full stop, following station.
So lots of messages coming into the chat at the moment.
7012 knots.
People popping in here, there and everywhere, like Ed. Hello, Ed. Ed
767
Codwell.
turning base this time.
TriStar, okay.
Tanker, we check for full stop base.
Tanker, thank you, report final.
So, Ed Cordell, you're off to Duxford tomorrow then, are you, young man?
To the surface wind 05012 knots.
Copy, clear to land runway 09 at Tanker.
We'll have a great time, mate, and I'm sure you'll really enjoy it.
Flight wind, thank you.
That's the great thing about Duxford. You can go all the way through the air, and it's extra special at the moment because they've got those Spitfires. Who else do we have with a deep voice? We have Dickie McVitie. Hello, Dickie.
Star clear for your fly through. Surface wind for you 05013 knots.
Now that's another fantastic sight you can see on the screen at the moment. I used to love these aircraft, the wonderful TriStar.
Tower, good day, fresh tricolore holding at Charlie.
Fresh tricolore, Roger, enter backtrack runway 09.
Enter backtrack runway 09, fresh tricolore. Fresh effect.
Hey, Leanne. She says, is Fairford on this year? Yep, it certainly is.
Right, see you in a while.
I hope to be there from around about the
TriStar's going around.
from around about the 12th of July for about 6 days.
Thanks very much.
Off and display, the surface wind 06012 knots.
Clear for takeoff and display 09, fresh tricolore, copy the wind.
Coming through the smoke, the brilliant Freche Tricolore. So then, what have you all been doing this week? Hope you've been having a good week, enjoying yourselves, and maybe driving racing cars, some of you. Well, not exactly driving them, but certainly sitting in a race car was our Julie.
Start approved. The temperature is +21, QNH 1024, the QV 1013.
I remember a racing driver said, took me round Donington one time, Julie, and
47004.
I know exactly what you mean. It's quite frightening, it really is.
Da 240. 51. Hello.
With the solo doing what they call the crazy flight. And right now, making that huge, big Italian flag in the sky. Owen Paul, how the devil are you? Great to see you. Hey, I hope you're in good voice today. Well, Julie, you should send some photographs across so we can get them on and show everybody. Feature it on the Airshow World Friday Night Show. And talking of which, tomorrow night
Contact the tower
on Airshow World Followers, we have Marcus. And Marcus has sent me some fantastic photographs across, and we'll be featuring those tomorrow night.
Griffin, clear for takeoff. Display the surface wind 08018 knots.
Clear for takeoff and display. Griffin display.
I hope you weren't swearing, Julie. Goodness gracious me. Hey, send it across. The bear can soon sort out the expletives, shall we call it?
22, the QNH 1023, the QFE 1013.
Hey, I even get scared when I'm in the the passenger seat with Ed Cordell. I tell you, and he drives really slow. Only joking there, Ed. I say that because Ed last year, he took me down to which show did we go to? I think it was Duxford, wasn't it? In October. Hey, by the way, Ed, I can't wait for the shows to start again this year, and I'm sure we'll be at certain places.
Display.
Sea Fury, Fairford Tower.
Fairford Tower, Sea Fury, loud and clear.
Sea Fury, roger, you can start your run in, traffic's on short final.
Sea Fury, let's copy my first pass speed from the east to the west.
Roger.
Schmig ground. The surface wind is 060 degrees at 15 knots. Are you still happy to depart off runway 27?
I did hear right. A Sea Fury.
Polish MiG, roger, taxi to Foxtrot, hold short of runway 27. Polish MiG, hold short of runway 27 and monitor tower on 124.8. Negative, hold position there please, squawk 7004.
Squawk 7004, I am unable to monitor.
Okay, we'll just remain on this frequency.
Hot ground today, the Red Bull.
Red Bull ground.
We're still on schedule, so we are in that Red Bull setup.
Roger, your start is approved. The temperature is 22. The QNH 1023, the QC 1013.
1013, copy for QFE, and just to confirm, be on time.
I affirm the display is on time.
So who else have we got to say hi to in the chat room? Digging out the snow over there in the USA. Wow, goodness me, that Jim. That's a lot of snow. I'm pleased to say over here, well, certainly at the moment in the UK, it really is very, very mild at the moment. It's been cold for a couple of days, but today it's been around about 12, at least 12 degrees, so certainly been enjoying that. Andrew Austin, better late than never, my man. Thank you very much. Thanks for actually joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow night between 7 and 8 o'clock, the Airshow World 60-minute show. And I promise you, I've got a fantastic show lined up for you tomorrow night. Some great features, some classic old aircraft as well. Classic air shows. You know, it's all coming up tomorrow night. Don't miss it. Shane Smith as well, hi to you, and also hi to Jilly and Peter, saying good afternoon, Stuart, hope you're keeping well. Actually, getting better and better every day.
Polish Meg, Fairford Tower, line up runway 27. Clear display, wind 08016, maximum 22.
Thanks for the great messages coming into the chat, and I'm pleased you've enjoyed the show this afternoon. Certainly appreciate all the support everybody gives to Airshow World, because we're only 2 months away and we'll be back out on the road again. And from round about April time, as soon as it's light enough, I'll be doing the evening shows at Eastman's Airport. It's also possible that next Thursday in the daytime, you never know, I'm not promising, I might be at East Mids Airport to film something, but so make sure those notifications are working.
Full formation is able to pass Pepsi to holding point Charlie.
Okay, at your discretion, to continue now to Charlie, hold short of 09.
Discretion to Charlie for 09.
Apache, hold position and contact the tower 124 display.
Wow, what a wonderful display by the Polish MiG-29.
Apache, Fairford Tower. Apache, the wind 08016, maximum 21. Can you accept a downwind departure?
Roger, would like to go 09.
Apache, line up on weight, runway 09 from Echo.
And who else do we have in the chat at the moment? Really appreciate all the messages coming in. Awash 2004 says, hey everyone!
With that in mind, you can lift from that position. Runway 09, wind 08017, Mach 121.
Elaid, I think it is. Well, there we go. That was the Polish MiG-29 you just saw. And currently taxiing down. Looks like it's going to take off. It's the Longbow Apache. Ah, just took off.
Line up on weight, runway 09 at Charlie.
What are we doing? Well, I call it the DVD show. We're looking back at Royal International Air Tattoo 2013. Oh boy, look at this beauty. Taxiing out now.
09016 Mach 121.
Polish, can you take the second of the right back to your parking area?
Apache, come on in now and give you a display.
Hey, who's that just popped into the chat? We got West London Transport and Wildlife. How the devil are you? Well, with a bit of luck, in just a moment, after the Longbow Apache display, we should, I believe, remember, it's a long time since I edited this, but I'm sure the B-25 comes back and does a full display. And what a beautiful example of it is too. And I was only just thinking of the main man, Maurice Moon. I thought, Maurice, if he's about, he'd certainly enjoy this. Alessandro, how the devil are you? Thank you for joining. My good self, Stu Bear in the chair with Airshow World. And thank you for the message. West London Transport and Wildlife. Hey, well, sorry you got a sore throat, but and pleased your YouTube's doing so well. Hey, I'm going to go quiet so you can see and hear. Come on, let's have these aircraft deafening out the sound of the music. Come on.
5, Roger, clear to land 09, wind 07016 knots, confirm 3 green.
Wow.
B25 perfect ground, Roger, taxi to parking.
Course, Roger, report final 3 green.
Final 3 green.
And confirming clear takeoff.
Well, Maurice, I certainly hope you enjoyed that. What a beautiful aircraft.
04. 7004 in the box, Spartan.
Dick and McVitie, you know, you've got to get one of those T-shirts, haven't you? Eh?
Surface wind
We've got to do it. It's something that's got to be done, isn't it? Eh? Next time I catch up with you.
clear display.
Airshow World, is it live?
Spartan will call the bank for left base.
Hey, Mark Webber Webster. All I can say is Doom Bar. Get some Doom. Actually, I've got a can of Doom Bar right next to me, my man. I had 10 cans bought for me back in December, early December, when it was my birthday, and I've only just, over the last couple of days, been able to sort of feel like having a drink again.
Clear to land 09, wind 080.
Funny you should put the Doom Bar into the chat, mate.
Typhoon Squawk 7004, monitor tower 124.8.
Wow, Jilly, that would have been a great sight, isn't it? Hey, straight over the top of your house. A B-25 Mitchell, wow.
Sally B, run in now.
Clear run in, Sally B.
Two things, frequency for Bryce radar will be 123.550 when advised, and Bryce also report that Redlands parachute area approximately 8 to the south of us is active.
And for anybody wondering what Doom Bar is, it's a really nice beer. Oh.
55 now.
FM 123.55 will be your Bryce radar frequency.
That's copied. We'll use 123.55 during the display for traffic service. Confirmed.
Just stand by, I will confirm that.
Absolutely. I agree 100% there, Mark. Pretty good medicine. Hey, yeah, I mean, keeps the voice well lubricated, you know.
Could you just
Until I start slurring the words towards the end of the show. You'll know.
I'll check it for certain. There's just to the southeast of Swindon.
East of Swindon, copy that.
A5.
Red, clear to join.
Thank you. Red check.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
11 check. 11, can you cover 1329 VHF?
And red, Seabird, 5 miles to the right, turn at southwest.
Copy, can you confirm the speed?
250 knots.
Red 5 check.
Okay, Seabird to red, when I pass the centre line up.
Hey, and Nick.
20 degrees.
So you've not been feeling too good recently. He's also been getting over the COVID. Oh, wow. So many folks have had that, I tell you.
Now.
It certainly was, Julie. Julie says, hey, was the Doom Bar flowing at the after show party? We had a bit of a giggle at the end of the air show down at Cosby. You know, the Victory Show? Gosh, I enjoyed that weekend so much. What of my favourite things of the actual Airshow weekend. Well, it's not just an Airshow, isn't it? Hey, it's we'll tell you more about the Victory Show another time. But one of my favourite things of that weekend was grabbing hold at around about 6 o'clock in the morning, this tent, and shaking it, you know, and saying. Saying, come on, wake up, you reprobates, you know. Would I have done something like that? Of course not. Another one of my favourite bits of that weekend was SHGP with his feet hanging out of his tent. His tent wasn't big enough. I mean, and he's not a huge guy. Get a bigger tent. And then all of a sudden, appearing out of this tent was somebody that resembled Fred Flintstone. It was weird. I thought it was this particular year.
Go.
The Red Arrows with a fabulous fly pass.
Coming left. More bank.
Looking alright there, number 11. Second? My position alright. Yeah, just like you say, if it's comfortable, as close as you, just a little bit shorter would be slightly better.
Pulling out.
What a
Speedbird
fantastic sight. The A380 with the red arrows. British Airways A380 as well. From 2013 at the Royal International Air Tattoo.
Speedbird coming right.
wonderful stuff. So I'm just talking over this, just in case the music causes a bit of a problem with the YouTube. They don't like it. Here we go.
Just over 09 threshold now. Report when you have them visual.
By the way, that singing in the background, that's not me, honestly. I have not had that much Doombar, I promise you.
Right turn to vacate, or he's in a bit of a wing waggle now, hang on.
And you can hear the crowd, big round of applause, and well deserved too. If you were there that particular year, 2013, that is a sight you would not forget in a hurry. Absolutely brilliant. Aha, the Reds do my favourite split.
And Eurofighter 2000, you clear takeoff and display, the surface wind is 07012.
And we've got somebody from Japan in the chat room. Sorry, obviously I can't pronounce your call, but they said they went to the air tattoo back in 2018. French up from Japan, it translates to going live. Aha, interesting.
As if the aircraft flies in fighting ascent. Winds about 90 degrees per hour.
Dicker McVitie says, hey, I was working at Royal International Air Tattoo back in 2004. I think I was there. I'm sure I've got a video of that. I'll have to dig that out on one of these DVD shows. I think the Typhoon we're looking at the moment, I think this is the Italian. Let's have a good look. We'll find out in a second.
You have to know, ladies and gentlemen, that this kind of turn is performed only by aircraft with a particular aerodynamic design. Flying towards the center line with a little nose up, the Eurofighter 2000 reduces its speed to only 110 knots. So shake your hands and say hello to Major Luca Capello, because this is probably the only one chance to join the side of the Republic.
Zerly Medina, thank you very much for the emojis. So Zerly, whereabouts in the world are you? Hello, music in the background. It's like the aircraft will drown it out. Hey, Joe Steak, great to see you. Says greetings from Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Houston 1, Roger. Taxi via the northern taxiway to hold Charlie North.
And don't forget, wherever you're watching this at the moment, you can take part in the chat room. It's really easy to do. If you'd like to put a message in, it's fantastic to see the comments. I really appreciate it. But if you're watching this on a TV, hey, all you gotta do, get those phones out, subscribe to Airshow World, and within 1 minute you'll be able to take part in all the great fun and everything in the chat room.
7011 knots.
And don't forget, tomorrow night it's Friday night.
Monitor.
And of course, every Friday night on Airshow World, you got myself, Stu Bear, for 1 hour with a mixture of all sorts of different videos, all put together.
On my frequency.
And of course, the great chat room as well.
Line up, runway 09. To departure, it's a left turn towards the Cerny hold. Keeping
Kansin Soya
at Cerny
says good evening from Turkey. Great to have your company. Aha, from Turkey. I was looking up the news the other day. You've had some rather cold weather over there.
Southwest wind is 06.
Let us know if you've had the snow over there in Turkey. You wouldn't normally be saying that, would you? Here we go, Gibson. That's the call sign of this tornado. Andrew Austin, no, it's pretty quiet at Eastman's at the moment. I'm looking forward to April when it's light enough to be able to bring you the evening shows, which I will definitely do. So I'll be doing the evening shows from around about April time.
Matrix, roger, runway 09 in use, secure fee is 1012, display is on time, squawk 7004, start approved.
091012, 7004 and copy on time, Matrix.
via the northern taxiway, hold at Charlie.
Hold at Charlie.
Matrix, copy.
Gibson, Lancaster 1 minute.
Gibson 1, copy.
Land, Memorial 2.
Memorial 3, final here.
Memorial 3, land in turn.
Memorial Gibson Combine turning inbound for single flight pass.
Memorial and Gibson Combine, roger. And you're cleared to run in surface wind 060 degrees, 10 knots.
Wow, what a sight.
Rio for initial.
Gibson 1, roger. Report initials, runway 09.
And as I said, using the call sign of Gibson.
Gibson 1 is the light on the deck.
Because, of course, it was that very special year.
1A, turn, you're cleared left-hand brake, runway 09, wind 050 degrees, 11 knots.
Gibson 1.
Memorial 1, for question next left.
Memorial 1, continue via the runway to vacate. Yeah.
Right at the end, confirm.
Paper.
And of course, why was it a special year? Well, it was the 70th anniversary, as I'm sure you realised, of the Dam Busters raid. Hence the reason why they were using the call sign of Gibson. Piatol, this was Royal International Air Tattoo 2013 at Fairford. McVitie. We'll see you tomorrow night. Don't be late. Make a date. 7 o'clock. With Stu Bear and Airshow World. Our very own Karen Curran. Hello, Karen. Great to see you in the chat room. Thank you for joining us.
Airbus 400.
Airbus 400 is also ready for engine start anytime, and we intend to depart from runway 09 Charlie, and I guess we should taxi to the northern taxiway at some point.
Okay, that's understood. I was briefed you were taking a 27 departure. Has that changed?
A7, we wanted the option depending on the wind, so if it's okay with you, we'll go for departure runway 09 at Charlie.
Beautiful display by the Belgium F-16. Thanks very much to Hugh Gordon. Thanks, Hugh.
Runway 09, cleared for take.
Keep the messages coming.
Wind 080 degrees, 12, maximum 18 knots.
Take off runway 09 and display take off Fox 10.
Galena, after the L39 passes from left to right, cross runway 0, cross threshold and hold. Galena, when you get to Foxtrot North, hold position and give way to the Belgian F-16 who will be making a left turn into the apron in front of you. Right, and subject to the Belgian F-16, you can then continue to holding point Charlie North.
Oh, Catalina.
And at the moment, looking at this very, very pretty looking L39.
Squawk 7004.
7004, Catalina.
It is a quick quiz time for you. Get those brain cells working. What display teams can you think of that actually use the L39?
On 124 decimal.
Just put the answer into the chat room right now. What display teams use the L39?
Airbus 400.
Go for Airbus 400.
Yeah, just to confirm that the Meteor is going out before you, so I don't want you put in a position that prevents the Meteor from getting out.
We understand Airbus 400. We're stopping very shortly and there's lots of room for the Meteor.
Okay, thank you very much. Meteor, roger. Taxi to holding point Foxtrot South for runway 09. The QFE.
Roy, what we're doing at the moment, it's called the Airshow World DVD Show. And we're going back in time. This is from Fairford Royal International Air Tattoo 2013.
You are cleared left brake runway 09, wind 06011, maximum 18.
Yes, and Julie, no Googling to get the answer, all right?
09, Echo Fox 10.
Foxtrot 10, cleared to land, runway 09, wind 060 degrees, 10 knots.
The Alpha San, no.
09.
Catalina, first town.
Catalina.
Catalina, good afternoon. After landing Albatross at Charlie, line up runway 09.
Off the Albatross, line up 0.
What do the Alpha San use? Is it the MB139? Sorry, that just came off the top of my head. I can't remember for sure.
Next left at Echo.
But the Alpha San, they use the same aircraft as the Frecce Tricolore.
400. Once the Catalina has passed you in his path going from right to left, cross the 27 threshold of Foxtrot North.
Copied wind.
Karen, what are you like?
To left and cross the threshold.
I'm trying to think myself.
That's correct.
Has anybody got any answers coming in yet? The Baltic Bees aerobatic team from Latvia, well done, thank you. Jim Gemmell, that's correct as well. The Breitling Jet team. A few more, come on, keep them coming. Hey, by the way, Ed, have a good time tomorrow, all right? Hope you get some sunshine.
100.
He's off to Duxford tomorrow.
Point Charlie North.
Continue taxi holding point Charlie North, Airbus 400.
That's correct. Your display squawk 7004.
7004, Airbus 400.
And just to confirm, you will be departing from Charlie North without a backtrack.
Now, can we think of any more answers?
From Charlie North, Airbus 400.
Roger. Meteor, hold at Charlie North and monitor the tower 124.8.
Hold at Charlie North and monitor tower.
context of the Battle of the Atlantic, Catalinas and the Royal Air Force were crucial in bridging what was known as the U-boat gap in mid-Atlantic. In that area, German submarines could roam almost at will, supported by success, 841.
So well done, everybody. And I hope you weren't all Googling like Karen.
Last pass, downwind to land, Catalina.
Catalina, runway 09, clear to land, wind 070 degrees, 9 knots.
Clear to land, Catalina.
Police, I don't know why you get police on a day like this, but nonetheless, I hope you're a very proud owner of that as well. So all the service stations will be staying open for a while yet, so no need to rush away. We've got plenty of really excellent flying coming along, and we're all getting geared up for the finale, the DC-17. But lining up right now is
Surface wind 050 degrees, 12 knots, clear for takeoff and display.
Gorgeous aeroplane, starting its takeoff run now, the Gloucester Meteor T7.
Well done, Jim. You got the one that I wanted. The White Albatross. And of course, the White Albatross, the Slovakian display team. I haven't seen them for a long, long time. I don't know whether they're actually still flying.
Afternoon. Start approved, squawk 7004.
Done up approved, squawk 7004 to PC-17. Call you back in 5 minutes.
Also saying a very good evening tonight to Graham. Hi, Graham. Thank you for putting the message into the chat room like everybody else. And if you'd like to take part, it's so simple. All you have to do is just subscribe to Airshow World. It's absolutely free. And then within 1 minute, you'll be able to take part in the chat room. Plus, don't forget to hit get notifications. We also have Bulldog 617 Squadron. Big round of applause to you as well. Thank you for joining us.
It suffered several mishaps, but it always bounced back. By 65, it seemed as though this aircraft's flying days were over when it became an instruction airplane, but then it was put on the gate at RAF Woodvale in Greater Manchester. And then it was purchased by an organisation called Meteor Flight. They began a long-term rebuild to flying condition at Yatesbury in Wiltshire. Many long, cold days in their workshops followed. They gradually got there. Then Air Atlantique, then based in Coventry, became involved, and the project came to an end in 2011 with a maiden flight. That took place not far from here at Cotswold Airport, and Griffith was at the controls. It came to that U-Vector 2, still unpainted, but on departure it went over to RAF Odium. where the Chinook paint shop undertook the painting of this aircraft in its original colours of service from number 203, Advanced Flying School.
And a very good, we can say evening now, can't we? Very good evening to Becky Davis. James 1 is also with us. Red 1, hi to you as well.
Meteor Roger, runway 09, clear to land, wind 060 degrees, 12, maximum at 18 knots.
Clear land, Meteor.
Airbus 400 ready for departure, runway at holding point Charlie, and we are visual with the Meteor.
Airbus 400, thank you. After the landing Meteor at Charlie, line up runway 09.
After the landing Meteor, line up runway 09, Airbus 400.
Airbus 400, surface wind 050 degrees, 11, maximum 18 knots, runway 09. Takeoff and display.
Clear for takeoff and display, Airbus 400.
And definitely watch this display. You're absolutely right there, Graham. Definitely looking forward to the air shows. And yeah, it certainly won't be long now. Just a couple of months away and we'll be there. And of course, as I was saying earlier, from around about April, I'll be doing those nighttime cargo videos, live streams, whatever you want to call it, from East Midlands Airport. As soon as it's light enough to make it worthwhile, I'll certainly be down there doing those shows for you. And that should start around about April time.
Engaged in the development and qualification testing program before service entry. Full civil certification was received in March this year. That took place a week after the first flight of the initial production standard example, which will go imminently to the French Air Force.
Well, at the moment, Hayley, I haven't got Farnborough down as a to-do on the to-do list, should I say, but hey, you never know.
Crew on board. The first French Air Force A400M actually flew the French President François Hollande into the Paris Airshow, and last Sunday took part in the Bastille Day flypast. crews from the French and the Turkish airports, because the Turks are going to be the second customers to receive their A400Ms. Been in training since January at the Airbus military facilities, and the French expect to get an initial operational capability early next year.
Hey Bulldog, well thank you for popping in, and thank you for putting a message into the chat room.
Going up to about 45 to 50 degrees angle of approach, and we'll see a roll over to about 120 degrees on top. And that is very impressive.
Airbus 400 turning downwind for landing.
Airbus 400, roger, runway 09, you are clear to land, wind 070 degrees, 12 knots.
And if ever you hear a big rumble in the sky anytime, even if it's at 14,000 feet or whatever,
On board, 40 up.
and it's a clear sky, look up, chances are it would be one of these beauties. The A400M.
Thanks, bye.
They are very, very, very loud. You know when they're flying over you. And I think Julie, she'll probably confirm that. I think they've been flying over her quite a bit just recently.
I just have to say that was one of the finest displays I've seen by an aircraft of that size for quite some while. That was really very, very accurately flown. Definitely exploring the envelope, and now going into reverse.
17 by Charlie, line up, runway 09.
Lining up by Charlie 109.
And of course, Karen, yes, the boom, as you can see, that, as you put it, what's that thing sticking out at the front of the aircraft?
A-firm, go on.
That's for the air-to-air refueling.
Play when you land, if you can take echo just before the BAE system.
Now, just imagine that, hey?
That would be helpful.
Two aircraft getting together very, very, very close. And literally, we'll make it simple. A pipe comes down and, hey, they just refuel from that.
4 knots, runway
There's all different methods. The US Air Force use a slightly different method.
Runway 27, QNH 1022.
I won't go into all the technical things, but hey, they do get pretty close. And no doubt out there on YouTube, there's lots of videos to see what it really looks like. And for anybody that's into their airband radio scanning and all of that sort of stuff, sometimes, occasionally, you might pick some transmissions up where they're actually doing the air-to-air refueling. And if that's your thing, well, hey, we'll tell you all about a fantastic book in just a moment. The nearest air-to-air refueling area to my good self is out in the Wash. It's known as air-to-air refueling area number 8, as far as I remember. But a very good friend of mine, that's Rick King, has come out with this absolutely brilliant book. If you're into your radios and what have you, it really is a must-have book. It's got all the latest radio frequencies for all the airports. It's fabulously set out. And it's called the UK Airband Frequency Guide. So if you just do a search for that, UK Airband Frequency Guide, hey, I'll probably even put a shortcut into the chat room in a moment. But the very latest version of that book has come out, so certainly worth checking it out. As I say, it's a good friend of mine. It's Rick King's latest book. I'll put a link in just a moment. And there it is, as if by magic, a shortcut, and if you clicked on that, that would take you and give you lots more information. It's also got a database, it's got a computer program. As I said, it's definitely a must-have for any aviation enthusiast to have in your kit bag. Say, hey, when you go to Manchester Airport or something, go, oh, what's the frequency for that? It'll all be there for you. But also, as I said, it's online as well. Did you see the little bit of flame coming out? And again. But also, as I said, he's got a computer program that you can download, and that's called Squawker.
Clear to land runway 09.
And of course, with those being online, they're updated
Can you
every single week.
Just after the, just before the BAE system sign.
So definitely check it out.
Confirm footstep on the end.
Negative left there, or otherwise?
And in the book,
I'll give you a 180 back.
Stu Bear is actually in the book as well.
Excellent.
I think I'm on page 2.
Thank you. Rafale.
Together with Rick King.
Line up runway 27.
And my very, very good friend, sadly no longer with us. I've mentioned him quite a few times. And he used to come on quite a lot. And that was Al Jones. Just looking at the Gripen, and right now we've got the French Rafale. But if you want to see an F-15 display, join us tomorrow night, when I'll certainly be featuring an F-15 display. Tomorrow night's show starts at 7 o'clock, between 7 and 8. Karen, definitely. The book also includes the airband frequencies for Ireland as well. Orin Morg, thank you for joining us. Thank you for putting the message into the chat room. What we're doing, we're looking back. It's called the Airshow World DVD Show. And we're going back to 2013 at Fairford with the Royal International Air Tattoo. Great to hear that, Karen. So as I said, it's a very good friend of mine, and if you do want a copy of that book, don't hang around too long, because I know the book always sells out. So the UK Airband Frequency Guide. And on one of the Friday shows, I will do an actual feature all about it. Hey, by the way, Orin, if you can hear me, that is. This particular air show takes place round about the middle of July every year. Well, with a little bit of luck it does. And at the moment it is certainly on, so hey, it's certainly worth going to. It's at Fairford in Gloucestershire.
Land wind 06011 knots.
Play the PC-7 team is for the inbound for the show overhead in 2.5 minutes.
Now I'm trying to remember, I know one particular year
display wind is 060.
The Rafale got stuck on the runway.
PC-7 team copy split.
Was this the year? Let's have a look. I think it is. No, this particular year it was absolutely fine. There was one particular year it did its bow right in front of us, and it couldn't move. A little bit of embarrassing for him after that wonderful display, but it must have been probably the year before or the year after. And the actual view where this is being filmed from, it's actually from the Friat. It's called the Friends of Royal International Air Tattoo. And really, if you're going to do the Royal International Air Tattoo, I definitely recommend it. It is the way to do it. You get a guaranteed seat either up in the grandstand to get some incredible photographs. It's just to the side of Show Centre, but it's a brilliant spot.
Dynamism, precision, and elegance of formation aerobatics. In other words, what you see here are
And the best part of it,
flying a Swiss-made aircraft.
you don't have to fight with everybody trying to get a spot at the front, because you've got a guaranteed space in the grandstand. So certainly worth, if you're really into your aircraft photography or video, I definitely recommend it. At the Royal International Air Tattoo, the Friends of Royal International Air Tattoo, known as FRIAT for short.
I kindly ask you to follow our presentation closely for the entire duration, and the quickest 20 minutes in your life, or maybe today at least. www.myswitzerland.com. Aircraft performing now, so-called waterfall. Again, it's number 1 and 2. And don't forget, there is propeller at the front of the top. And today we're gonna do a specialty. It has never been shown before. We do the double tunnel crossing. So we have in the number 7 aircrafts, that's the Christoph Schneider, the technicologist, and behind, just about a kilometer and there we go for the second crossing.
And I'm sure the Swiss will be at some part taking part in some of the air shows in the UK. And the ones we're looking at the moment are the PC-7 display team from Switzerland. And many times, as I'm sure you know, I've featured in the F5 Tigers the Swiss National Aerobatic Jet display team. Not see the real Jordanians yet, says Julie. Well, when it comes down to display teams, I know these are the PC-7s, but the ones that use the extra 300s, I don't think any team will ever come up to the fantastic global stars. Mark Jeffries, wow. I was absolutely blown away by their display last August over at Little Gransden. And don't forget, that is a definite date for your diary. It's August the 28th, Little Gransden Airshow. It's their 30th anniversary this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may
and John, who actually runs the actual airshow, he tells me they are putting on something very, very special this year to celebrate their 30th anniversary. What we're doing right now, just going through a few photographs that our very own Heather has taken. So I'll let some of these roll through. In fact, it should roll through automatically, but I will double check in just a moment. So as I talk away from the microphone, I do apologise. Keep the messages coming in before we go to the next feature. We've got something else hopefully coming up for you. So, hey, stay with us just a moment. Ah, yes. We have got... they are running now. Aha! The Royal Jordanians. There you go, Julie. I know you're a big fan of them. So there we go. There we go. And if you live around the Cambridge, Huntingdon sort of area, and it's a clear blue sky, keep your eyes pointed up in the air. You may see some rather cool, should we call them vapor trail, from the aircraft, because Mark Jeffries in his Extra 300, quite often he'll go up and he'll do sign writing in the sky. So if you see any of that, there's a fair chance it might be Mark. Aha, there's the Connie. What an aircraft that is. I think we featured that a couple of weeks ago. And, of course, the Tornado. Right, I'm just seeing if I can, because I had a request earlier for a Buccaneer display. Do you know, I really don't think I'll be able to find that in time, because you can imagine while I've got a live show going on, it's a little bit tricky to be able to find all these particular aircraft. But I did feature it a couple of weeks ago on a Friday night show, and I'll certainly, in the very near future, feature another Buccaneer display for you. But I'm just going to let these couple of stills go through. I will be leaving you in just a moment because, hey, I've just looked at the time. Hey, the bear is... could you hear the rumbling in the background? Yeah, that's the stomach. These bears need feeding. So I will be out of here in just a couple of minutes. I'll just let the rest of these photographs from Heather roll through. But by all means, put a message into the chat room. You've got around about 3 minutes before the bear is out of here. Don't forget, tomorrow night I will be with you at 7 o'clock. As always, for the Friday night show. It'll be absolutely fantastic if you can join us and take part in the chat room. Keep spreading the word about Airshow World, because it's all down to you guys. If you keep watching, I'll think to myself, hey, yeah, I better hightail down to these airfields when the weather gets warmer and the conditions get better to be able to film, especially into the evening at East Midlands Airport. So keep supporting Airshow World. It's much appreciated. Thank you. And don't forget, it's absolutely free. So yeah, am I selling this well enough tonight? Am I selling it? Yeah, too right. So yeah, Julie says join Stu tomorrow night at 7 p.m. But for this evening, I'm going to leave you with a few more of these photographs, and have yourself a fantastic rest of your Thursday night. And I'm going to get a little bit more of that. Mark recommends it. I recommend it. A little bit more of the Doom Bar. And before I do go, don't forget, Stu Bear is sponsored by the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. And underneath the video, you will see right now there's a link, and that will take you to the best tea and coffee company in the world. So certainly check them out. And, oh, we didn't tell you the most important thing. You can get 15% off all your teas and coffees. So, hey, and as we've said before, you'll be helping Airshow World grow. What a shot. Oh, Heather, how on earth did you take that? I think this is one of my absolute favourites as well. I think I used that for the front page of the actual DVD. Wow. Yes, no, that's the particular one I used. Absolutely stunning. Well done, as always, Heather. We've got to get her again behind the camera. And hopefully in the near future, we will be doing more on the Stu Bear's Mr. Foodies with Heather doing her cooking. Things are a little bit hectic at the moment on that side of things, but hopefully things will all settle down in the very near future. And that particular photograph, as you're looking at right now, of that Mirage F1, that and that Tornado were all taken from the same location that I was telling you about. These are actually taken from the grandstand of the Friends of Royal International Air Tattoo grandstand. Absolutely beautiful spot. If you want to get the best photographs of the Air Tattoo, that is a spot I certainly recommend. The Jordanians taking off with that very nicely painted up tail. We actually featured that location around about a year ago. A friend of mine sent some video across to a place he actually visited. I think, as far as I remember, it was in... what was that film called? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, or one of those anyway. I need that zebra one. Yeah, it looks rather cool, doesn't it there, Julie? Chris, what does Chris say? Karen will listen to them on the scanner in Ireland. All right, yeah. So we were telling you about that book a little bit earlier. There we go. And as you can see on the screen right now, Fairford 2013. That was part 3, DVD 3 DVD set. If ever you're interested in any of these DVDs, drop me an email, okay? And how do you get in touch with the bear? It's quite easy, really. It is Stu, S-T-U, at airshowworld.com. Quite simple. But until tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, have yourself a fantastic rest of your Thursday. All right, we'll see you next time. Thank you, and a very, very good night. Good night now.